Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It's your guy, Boulanger. Up next in this video, we're going to be dealing with the idea, the topic, and the question: should the Baltimore Ravens go Rams mode and say F those picks for 2023? All right. As we get started, do me a quick favor, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can keep getting content as we upload new videos. Let's go. So the idea comes from some of the most recent rumor about DeAndre Hopkins really being on the market. And we understand that there's a couple of teams after DeAndre Hopkins, um, and one specific team has been mentioned on numerous occasions pretty strongly the last couple of days is the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I don't always jump into the hype, and I'm not into the hype um, when I'm talking about this either, because we stated several days ago before the most recent news that the Baltimore Ravens should go get DeAndre Hopkins, and I'm even more in now. And so saying F those picks is the Rams moniker, or at least it was at one point, but the Rams did that for several seasons. I'm only talking about doing that for this season, and I'm specifically talking about it for offensive purposes, okay? You see, I understand that we only have 5 picks in the 2023 draft. And I know that EDC said he wanted more picks. And so the likelihood he's willing to give up picks as he still wants more picks doesn't really make sense. But I'm saying he should say F those picks. Forget those picks for this year and go get Hopkins. Here's why. DeAndre Hopkins added to a corpse of Beckham and Bateman, Aguilar, Duvernay, is one that will be consistently scary Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. The Baltimore Ravens historically have not had that type of threat offensively at the wide receiver position in their whole history. Okay. And I think that we can sometimes, as fans, fall in love with the organizational methodology and kind of get lulled to sleep that we have not been that successful. And so I'm saying forget a 3rd-round pick and forget a 5th-round pick and go get DeAndre Hopkins. I'm saying if that's what it takes, let's go get him now. Here's why. We know that there's speculation that the Arizona Cardinals at some point, if he's still on their roster, could just release him. But I think at that point it's too risky because now we get in a bidding war with 31 other teams, minus, of course, the Arizona Cardinals. Okay. And other teams could certainly outbid us for sure. And so I'm saying, let's go get him. I get it. He has a $19 million cap hit, but we understand that that money could be worked out. So let's not fall with that same thought process of the cap space, because we understand if the Baltimore Ravens want to get a deal done, they'll get a deal done just like any other team. But I'm saying let's not leave it up to chance anymore. Let's not get into a bidding war. Let's not wait and see if the right kind of wide receiver falls to us in the draft. I'm saying let's go get him now. So that way, when we field a team, this is all with the idea that Lamar Jackson would sign. If we field a team that looks like that offensively, that's only beneficial, right? That will put us maybe not in the driver's seat for the Super Bowl, but it definitely puts us in the same vehicle with other contenders, right? If we fielded that kind of offense mixed with the potential that we have on defense, we have a well-rounded team. You see, I don't want to hear nothing about cap space in 2025 and 2026, because you know what? You can't be, as a fan, more concerned about 2025 than you are what we do in 2023. And so I've already showed you the numbers in previous videos. The Baltimore Ravens have an estimated $85 million for cap space in 2024 offseason. They have an estimated 140 plus million in 2025. And I believe they get off Ronnie Stanley's contract in 2025 anyway. So the fact of the matter is there is money, right? There is money to retain free agents. There is money to change contracts, extend and lower cap hits. It's money to do all of that. It's money to sign and retain our own free agents. But what I'm saying is if we if we went out and got DeAndre Hopkins and extended his deal to make that cap hit more friendly, then it increases the chance of Odell Beckham coming back. And then it takes some of the pressure off Rashad Bateman, who can just develop and not worry about being a number one and can be part and can be one of many, right? I'm saying let's go get the most talent we can. Is it like buying a Super Bowl? Well, not really, because the truth is everybody buys a Super Bowl because you have to pay for players. Let's just be honest. But what it does do, it increases the chances that our offense doesn't get bogged down. It increases the chances that our running game is like even more explosive than it already is. You understand what I'm saying? You see, when I say something, I always believe in showing you the reason why I say it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this video. You see, and sometimes as Ravens fans, I think that we can fall in love with a narrative and get to talking about cap space and draft picks and so on and so forth, because that's what the Ravens have done. And yes, we won 2 Super Bowls in 27 years, okay? But we got to consider how long it has been since we've been a real contender. So I want to show you guys something, okay? Let's go back, and we're going to start at 2010, okay? In 2010, the Baltimore Ravens were 12-4, okay? And we lost, I think that year in the conference, in the second round of playoffs. I think in 2011, excuse me, we were also 12-4. We lost I think in the conference championship. Now, that may be reversed. That may have been conference championship in 2010. Either way, there was no Super Bowl. We put a team on the field in 2012. We went 10-6, and that was the year we captured the Super Bowl. Okay. And so I think a team can live off of a Super Bowl victory for maybe 3 years before we ramp back up with expectations. Now, us as fans, we know we want to win every year, okay? But we understand that's not a reality. So let's go to 2013. We were 8-8, mediocre, just an average run-of-the-mill team. Okay, 2014 we were 10-6, a little above average. In 2015, look at our record. We were 5-11, did not make the playoffs. In 2016, again, we're still average, did not make the playoffs. Okay, at 8-8. We go to 2017, we were 9-7, basically just an average team. You know, when you look at those percentages, a 31% win percentage, a 50% win percentage, a 56 win percentage. When you average those 3 years together, we are a below 500 team. Okay, and that would have been 15, 16, and 17. Okay, we go into 2018, and we understand that that was the year Lamar Jackson was drafted. Okay. And we went 10-6 that year. But if you remember that season, we were 4-5 going into the bye week. In fact, we went into the bye week on 3 straight losses, and we were 4-5. Lamar basically took over week 11 and went 6-1 down the stretch, if my memory serves me correctly. And we ended up 10-6, losing in the first round of the playoffs. Okay. But that turned into a 62% win percentage. We go to 2019. Look at the winning percentage. We're around 87%. Okay. That was the year Lamar won the MVP, and but we lost in the first round of the playoffs. In 2020, we're at 68%, at a 68% win percentage. That was the year we won our first playoff game. We understand what 2021 was. That was the year that everybody who could get hurt got hurt. Okay. We went 8-9. We were below 500 team and did not make the playoffs. And then in 2022, of course, we understood Lamar didn't finish the season, but we did go 10-7 and finished just a little above a 500 record. So now when you look at the last 12 years, well, excuse me, the last 10 years, okay, we have not been wildly successful. I mean, and I think sometimes maybe we've indulged in a little bit of conjecture about what we've really done, but we haven't been close in 5 years. In fact, we haven't been close in 10 years, because going into the 2018 season, we were a below 500 team, making the playoffs 0 times in those 3 years leading into the Lamar Jackson era. And so I'm saying, why continue to settle for just a little above average? You see, and if we're honest, the only reason why we've been in any type of playoff scenario is because of the heavy load that Lamar Jackson has been carrying. So why not? Why not capitulate to his ultimatum if it really happened and go get DeAndre Hopkins? Spend that third and that fifth or sixth round pick to go get him. Even if it means you throw in a James Prochet or a Tylan Wallace, let's just go get him off the board so that we secure him for at least 2 years and force open that Super Bowl window for real. And if you really think about the mentality of forget those picks, it's really only a third and a fifth, or a third and a sixth. Because what really does the 86 overall pick as it pertains to value? What really is that? What are you going to get at number 86? Interior defensive lineman? Maybe a left guard? Is that what you're going to get? Or could you go get a superstar type talent? I'm not saying he's still a superstar, but a superstar type talent at the wide receiver position, and then secure your franchise quarterback. There's cap space available in 2024 and 2025 and beyond. But I'm saying, let's put ourselves in position to be in contention the next 2 years. DeAndre Hopkins would do that, because I would dare to say that Odell returns if we go win the chip. Barring any kind of injury, it's only the Chiefs in our way. Only the Chiefs. And they've had a couple of losses this year, so they got a couple of chinks in their armor. But if we go get Hopkins and we field that kind of team, our offense should be super, super explosive, no question. And then, for team building purposes, take the number 22 pick after you've secured DeAndre Hopkins. All you got to do is trade back. You can pick up one of those picks you gave away. We can't be so excited to get Roquan Smith and consider, oh well, he's a second round pick. That's great. But then not be as excited to say DeAndre Hopkins was our third round pick. I mean, think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Yes, it comes with a high price tag, but we're only looking at 2 years. We're only looking at 2 years. And the cap space is there. I get we got some free agents. I get Metabuke is a free agent. Broderick Washington is a free agent after the year. Odell is a free agent. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill. I get all of that. But what difference does it make if you can bring them back if you're not really contending? What difference if you keep those guys just to be average? You see what I'm saying? How good is a Metabuke and a Washington if you're just going to be average? Just to say we got a good team, which translates to average? I mean, what good is that? And so what I'm saying is forget those picks. Let's go get DeAndre Hopkins now. Let's not wait. You see what I'm saying? I'm not jumping on the hype train. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm honest, I wouldn't even have thought that he was really available, especially um this late in off season, because the Cardinals have been talking about moving on from him for several months now. So I figured somebody else would have already went and got him. But if we have a chance to go get him, let's not play with it this time. Let's just go get him. I'm your guy Boulanger. I'm saying F those picks, forget those picks. Let's go get Hopkins, secure him. Let's get Lamar under contract, and let's go. I'm out.